What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. And luckily, we are coming to talk about an upset win by the Chicago Bears over the New England Patriots. We're going to talk about that. What was the difference in this game? Why was there a different feel? We're going to go over some of the best players and worst players in this game as well. We're going to get into all that and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
All right, Bears fans. So one of the biggest things with this victory over the New England Patriots last night was just the design runs for Justin Fields in this game. Prior to this game, in the 6 games prior, the Bears had only ran 12 total design runs for Justin Fields. In this game, 8 alone. And that really did change the dynamic of this offense. We know that one of our biggest strengths is our ability to run the ball. When you look at David Montgomery, Justin Fields, Khalil Herbert, throwing Tristan Ebner in there as well, working in our wide receivers to the running game as well. Our running game is our biggest strength on this team, and that showed. We talked about it before the game. One of the ways that the teams that have beat the New England Patriots did find success was by running the ball. The Bears over 200 yards rushing, over 250 yards rushing in this game, and that really changed the dynamic of it. But a big part of it was those design runs by Justin Fields, and it seemed to even catch Bill Belichick off guard. And when you're able to do that type of thing, catch a strategist like Belichick off guard, it's going to bode well for your team overall. In this game, it just 243 yards rushing for the Chicago Bears in this game, just huge. And Justin Fields also commented on it. He says this: I thought they were good. I thought it brought a whole new different element to our offense. I thought we executed that well, and they were definitely some explosives in the design runs for sure. And that's just what it is. This was Justin Fields' best game as a quarterback, right? Best game overall. As a game manager, it was his best game overall, in my opinion. Everything that he did, yes, he threw the interception. Yes, it was another weird one. He had 179 yards passing, and you throw in 82 yards rushing on top of that. QB rating of 85. It was much higher than that until that interception, of course. But the way he was sacked 4 times, the Bears not allowing any sacks in the second half as well. Let's make sure we point that out also. Just the way that those design runs unlocked a new level of this offense, and the fact that they found success, I do hope that Luke Getsy continues to just open that playbook up a little bit more. This was a well-called game by Luke Getsy as well. Well-called on the defensive end. Also, Matt Eberflus managed this game really good. I liked everything just about in this game. There were some questionable things at times, but at the end of the day, the Bears were able to score in every quarter of this game. We have not been able to say that before. Scoring 33 points, holding the New England Patriots to 14. This was what we wanted and needed to see from this team in many ways, and I for one am just happy. I'm happy that we were able to have this success. Jaquan Brisker, Kyler Gordon both showing up big. Hell, Roquan showing up big as well. Robert Quinn getting benched in the second half as well. This coaching staff showed that they are making some decisions out there. So I want to go over some of the players that did best. Who performed best for the Chicago Bears in this game? And the first one, it has to go to Justin Fields. I just said it. His best game, I think, in his NFL career, going 13 for 21, 179 yards, 1 touchdown. This was a performance in which Justin Fields took it to another level. For the people that are still doubting what Justin Fields could be and could turn into, this was a game that I hope goes a long way in just reminding people how good Justin Fields can and hopefully will be in a Chicago Bears uniform for years and years to come. This was a big game from our quarterback of the future, and one that this was a step forward for him, a step forward for the offense, and I just can't say enough how happy I am with the way that they played. Another one, and we have to acknowledge it, is Roquan Smith. Me and Bobby and C-Dub, we talked about how Roquan, while he's put up a lot of nice tackle numbers, right? He really hasn't made the impact plays. Well, that goes completely by the wayside in this one. Not only did he lead the way with 12 tackles, he had 1 for a loss, 1 sack, and a interception in the fourth quarter that was big and major to sealing this game for the Chicago Bears. Absolutely. Throwing that as well, another person who got an interception, Jaquan Brisker. Jaquan Brisker, again, the second leading tackler in this game. And this was after he got kicked in the nuts, right, by Mac Jones. He rebounded and then had a clutch interception as well that stopped the Patriots on a deep drive, no less than that. He had 7 tackles on the night. Listen, you might have kicked Brisker in the nuts, but he bounced back big time in this one. Overall, too, our running game. Our running game was the biggest plus in this game for us overall, and that includes David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert, and Justin Fields. All going over 50 yards. You got Fields going for 82. You got Herbert, 12 carries for 62 yards. Montgomery, another 62 yards there. This was a big game from the Chicago Bears and their rushing attack, and they go on the positive list as well. And I can't give it up. You got to give it to Luke Getsy. The coaching staff gets another plus in this game overall because it was amazing. It was amazing to see the way that this game was coached against one of the best, some consider the best football head coach of all time in Bill Belichick. One of the most successful strategists by every stretch of the imagination. He came in, he played very well. And I don't want to overlook Justin Jones as well. He played really good on that defensive line for the Chicago Bears as well. And was a big part in us finding success against that New England Patriots team. Now let's get into some of the negative players in this attack for the Chicago Bears, and that's Lucas Patrick. And it's just disappointing. He looked pretty good when he was out there with center, but the fact that a toe injury took him out, and we needed him, and it brought in back Sam Mustipher. He definitely has to go on the dud list for us for sure. And then also on the dud list, I got to put Kendall Vidor on there just because for those who watch the live stream, I had a bet that I was going to buy a Kendall Vidor jersey if he made an impact play. No impact play for him, so I got to throw him on the list nonetheless. On top of that, Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn was one of the biggest negatives in this game, just not having an impact season at all for the Chicago Bears, a net negative for the Bears. I want to see him bench permanently. I like bringing Travis Gibson, bringing Dominique Robinson. The fact that I think they both started the second half, if I'm not mistaken, it's time to pass the torch to the Young Bucks. It's just time. And Robert Quinn he's given us nothing on the season, nothing. And I know the Bears are hoping to move him. We got 6 days left that we can try to move him. Hopefully they find a spot for Robert Quinn, but he has to go, in my opinion. I'm over Robert Quinn. I'm over him being on this team. He's not making any type of impact at all. So that's just my opinion on that. Now let's go ahead and give out some grades, right, on this. Let's grade the three phases of the game for the Chicago Bears. The offense gets a B+ for me, damn near A. It only gets a B+ because they gave up the 4 sacks. It would be an A if it wasn't for those four sacks. They gave up 4 sacks in this game and the interception. You gotta take it down a letter grade for that alone. But the offense looked extremely good in this game. The defense gets an A for me. Absolutely. The way that the defense played, holding the New England Patriots to 14 points, coming off a game against the Commanders in which, listen, they played solidly, right? But it was the offense that failed us there. But they came in, they responded very well. I like the way that they played out. Jaquan Brisker stepping up. The defense gets an A, absolutely, on this. And so that's it. Coaching staff as well gets an A overall. This was a very well-coached game for the Chicago Bears. And I for one, just listen, I'm super happy right now. For those who can't tell, for those that have seen me after Bears losses on this stream that I get pissed off about. But you know what? It is what it is. Also, moving Velus Jones out of the punt return team. Listen, you have to do it. Like, at this point, he has to earn that role back. This coaching staff is now starting to make the decisions, the tough decisions that some of us called for earlier. Sam Mustipher, hopefully Lucas Patrick is going to be ready to go. It's not a lingering issue. He's looked good out there, but a toe injury took him down. We need Sam Mustipher up out of there. Benching Robert Quinn is one of the best moves, I think, and Al-Quadin Muhammad. They both got to sit their asses down because the Young Bucks and Travis Gibson and Dominique Robinson are ready. They're ready to go. Period. They are ready to go. Put those guys, let those young men cook and let them start. Let them keep doing what they've been doing in their snaps. They got to keep playing. I vote for benching the veterans, starting in the Young Bucks. That's my call on this one. Let me know what you guys think on that one. But that is it for today's episode of Chicago Bears Central. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you're following the show at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform. You can also send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, chicagobearcentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text and our voicemail for our Friday mailbag episodes, the number to do so, 773-242-9336. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related because of you guys. And like I like to end everything on, go Bears, bear down. Peace, y'all. We got to win. The Bears with a dub.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.